Joining me now is Congresswoman Karen Bass, Democrat from California. Congresswoman, thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me on again.
Now let me ask you, Congressman Paul Ryan and his budget are once again at the forefront of this national debate. What does the GOP's embrace of this budget mean?
Well, I think it means that our country as we know it would be completely and fundamentally changed. For example, the person that was on before talked about Medicare. Essentially what Mr. Ryan is proposing doing, that the Republicans have embraced and that Mitt Romney has also embraced, would completely revise Medicare into a voucher. But what happens when you run out of money? What happens if you have a major disease? If you eliminate health care reform and give somebody a check, what's going to happen if they have a pre-existing condition? How are they going to be able to find medical coverage? If you just give a state a block grant, a definite amount, what happens when we have a fiscal crisis and unemployment increases and the state runs out of money? Essentially, you would have a divide in our country that we have never seen before. And I think one of the fundamental values of our nation is fairness. And if you look at the heart of the Paul Ryan budget, he is talking about restructuring our nation in a way that you would eliminate a safety net. It is a way of having social Darwinism, or the survival of the fittest, as national policy. And I think, frankly, that that would be a tragedy.
Now, ultimately, it boils down to the question of fairness, Congresswoman.
Absolutely.
When you look at the Ryan budget, it would put huge burdens on seniors, all while helping the wealthy. It would force seniors to pay $6,400 more for Medicare, all while giving millionaires an average tax cut of around $265,000. This is really about fairness.
Well, it is about fairness, and as your previous guest talked about, in terms of the loopholes, I don't think that most of my Republican colleagues want to eliminate the loopholes. Or let me just say that a little differently. They want to eliminate certain loopholes, but the loopholes that they're talking about eliminating are the ones that the middle class and working class people need, not the tax breaks for the millionaires. So, for example, in Paul Ryan's budget, a millionaire, somebody who's extremely wealthy, can wind up having a tax break of over $300,000. So I believe that by eliminating the safety net and providing loopholes for millionaires and billionaires, fundamentally the Ryan budget that Romney has embraced is absolutely unfair.
But there's talk in some circles of even running Mr. Ryan for vice president. I mean, given the power of the senior vote, can he run as a vice presidential candidate with his position on changing Medicare?
Well, actually, I think I would probably be in favor of that. I mean, since Mitt Romney has embraced Paul Ryan's budget, why not put him on the ticket? Why not have him go around the country and talk about giving seniors a check and taking away Medicare? Why not talk about cutting the Pell Grants for college students? Why not talk about slashing transportation costs when the infrastructure of our country is in so bad need of repair and people need jobs? Let him put him on the ticket. You know, I obviously support the re-election of the president, so let's see what happens.
So do I hear from California some Run, Paul, Run slogans? Congresswoman Karen Bass, thank you for your time this evening.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Ahead, we have some very big elections.